I want to lead off with a question about Liam McNeely. He's playing. It seems like he's playing a little bit more the last couple of weeks and getting a little bit some more shots. How has he kind of navigated this first part of his rookie season, just coming from college, playing 30-something minutes a game, taking 15 shots to getting maybe a quarter of that? What has impressed you most about how he's made the most of his time and opportunities on the court?
Yeah, I love Liam's overall energy and approach to every day. Some of that is him. Some of it's probably the foundation he has coming from UConn and playing in that program. But he came in day one eager to compete, eager to be around his teammates, loves the game, set a tone. I'll never forget the first summer league practice or like group workout. He's just like, we're going to Vegas to win a championship. And he's just like always wound up, always passionate about a game and his teammates. And it's carried over even to this point now. I don't think he rides the roller coaster of the emotions that go on sometimes on the NBA journey. And his approach every day has been really good. So it's been good to see him earn more minutes as the season has gone on. I think that he prepares the way a professional needs to prepare. At practices, he's locked in. Game plan execution at times, he gets a little bit lost. But he does a good job of still competing even as he's trying to figure out maybe where to be rotationally. And then offensively, I think that he's doing a much better job of crashing the offensive glass, understanding what it means to kind of connect and be ready to make plays on the perimeter and drive with some confidence. And so we're just seeing him evolve. But overall, his energy, his spirit, his everyday approach is helping him, I think, put him in the best position to have some success come game time.
Charles, have you seen Khan kind of adapt from being this guy who's a rookie who may or may not have been on the opposing team scout to where now I'm sure he's probably moved up a couple of rungs in the hierarchy in terms of where opposing teams are? How have you seen him look and adjust to being maybe somebody who gets a little bit more attention?
I think Khan has handled every situation really well. He's ready for every situation that comes his way. Another guy that I think his professional habits and his competitiveness allow him to be ready for whatever it is. I've seen him have success versus some of the best defenders. It was a great test for him a couple nights ago in Atlanta to have a guy like Dyson Daniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker guarding him, and he's still able to find a way to get to his spots. And his teammates, I think, also do a great job of getting him open or at least finding him in closeout situations. And so his versatility offensively and his overall just like approach and mindset are helping him have success and be ready for whatever the other team is bringing his way. And sometimes it takes a play for him to get used to it, but he picks things up, I think, really quickly.
And how important is it to have Ryan back tonight ahead of a front court challenge like the Knicks bring tonight?
Yeah, it'll be nice to have Ryan back. I think our other two bigs did a really good job in his absence. Love what each one of those guys have brought. And when you add a guy like Ryan that has the ability to affect shots in the paint, hopefully keep some of their bigs off the glass, and then he helps us a ton, I think, offensively. Just, another big body that the guys feel comfortable sometimes hitting the roller at the rim, his offensive rebounding and stuff. So, yes, it'll be nice to have him back out there, but I'm really happy with what we got from Musa and Mason in his absence.
Tonight will only be the fourth time this season that you have your preferred assumed starting five of LaMelo, Brandon, Khan, Miles, and Ryan Kalkbrenner together. What are you hoping to see from that five-man unit, specifically at the beginning of the game when you guys have been pretty good on offense, at least, to start the season?
Yeah, I would love to come out and set a defensive tone. I think that's really important for us to bring a level of physicality to this Knicks team. We know how good they are offensively. We know who their creators are. And I would love to see on that end of the floor, like that group especially, set a tone for us as a starting unit. It's the physicality. It's the pick-and-roll coverages. Last time we had this group starting the game, I thought that the Clippers got off to a little bit too hot of a start, and some of that had to do with a lack of physicality or just a lack of, trying to set a tone there. And then offensively, I want them to continue to do what we do. They play really well off of each other, the pass-aheads, making the right rim reads as they drive, because I think that we've increased our ability to drive the ball this year and get a piece of the paint in a lot of different ways, and then just continue to shoot it. I think Melo and Brandon have struggled a little bit from three, but hopefully as they continue to find a rhythm and they're available for more games, they start knocking them down. I know I have full confidence in them, and I know their teammates do too. So that's what I'm looking forward to from this group to start.
Knicks take a lot of threes. They make a lot, especially from the corner. I know defensively you have made sure that you protected the paint more so than you adjust for the three-point line. Does that change based off of opponents at all, or do you stick to your philosophy no matter what the opponent is?
Yeah, we mostly stick to our philosophy while also understanding you have to adjust accordingly to who you're playing. Sometimes you don't want to go too far, but sometimes the game is telling you you need to go to the extreme. And tonight, like you said, they are a really good jump shooting team. They take a high volume of threes in transition in the half court. And so we got to be more mindful. I think some of your shift activity, as you were there presenting, sometimes maybe you need to realize at what point do you start to fan out. And so we try to talk about that a little bit and see if we can limit some of their threes. Thank you.